Hey everybody, welcome to the Kel-n-Rich Show. This is our buddy Sean.
Hello everybody.
My name's Kel, and this is my husband Rich.
Hey everybody, nice of you to be here. A little different format. Very exciting.
Yeah, totally.
This all kind of materialized. So, Kel, you want to say what's going on for everybody here?
Well, Sean and I became friends on Facebook, and we started chatting. And he was telling me that he's a huge Slipknot fan, and that his birthday was coming up. And yes, check out the shirt.
Yeah.
Did you get that at the concert?
No, I've actually had this for a while. I wore the newest one that is out right now for their new album. My mother bought it for me for my birthday, and so I got to wear it when I was at the concert. It was really, really cool.
Well, Sean was really excited about this concert, and he's going to tell you why in just a minute. So I asked him if he'd be up for doing a little post-concert interview with us to kind of give us his thoughts and what he loves about Slipknot. And so, Sean, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, thank you guys. I'm really happy to be here. I've been watching Kel-n-Rich for a little while now, for about a few months, and
Nice.
I gotta say, man, you guys are great. And
Thank you.
I have a lot of other reactors I also react to, but
Good.
you guys are easily in the top 5, easily.
Oh, good. We made the top
Thank
5.
you. Thank you so
That's a
much.
lot of. You have a lot of
Oh, yeah,
reactors.
that's
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. So
Right on.
originally, my name is Sean, for everybody who didn't know that already. I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am 21 years old. Yes, I said it right. I am 21 years old. Don't let the face fool you. I got the baby face. So everybody's always confusing me with like 15, 16. I've even gotten 5 at one point, and I was just like, wow. So
You got to give them the face melt, and it'll look.
yeah, right. Just like the.
Yeah.
You know, something funny happens to me when those calls come in. I say hello, and they say, "Oh, can we speak to your mother?" And and then I'm like, she's not home right now. And they're like, "Oh,
She's
well,
in a
we'll
nursing
call
home.
back."
My mom's in a nursing home.
Hang up. So yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So I have my own YouTube channel. It's Slipknot 2K Sean, and I haven't really been uploading into it because I really don't have any good equipment besides my phone, and I really don't have any ideas to really do any videos at the moment because I have a lot of personal stuff going on right now, and it's, I'm having my own little thing, so I'm
Gotcha.
needing time. I need time. But I will eventually get back on the upload, so if anybody would love to subscribe to me, go right ahead. It would mean a lot. I think I have 101 or 102 subscribers right now, so
Good for you.
Done.
I'm happy enough with that. So if anybody else would love to subscribe to my channel, go right ahead. I would love it.
Awesome.
So to begin the story off with the Slipknot concert. So
Yes.
originally it was supposed to be me, my mom, my sister, and my dad to go. But since a lot of personal stuff happened, sister and mother had moved out because of personal reasons. So it came down to just me and my dad, and my dad said, "Don't worry, son, I got you." So we went. He went to work one day, and he called me, and he said, "Sean, I need you to do me a favor. I'm busy working right now, so if you could do anything, I would ask you to do this one thing for me. Go to the ticket website and go buy us tickets because there's not much time left, because this was only like a week before the concert." And I was like, crap,
Oh, wow.
this is gonna suck, man. There's not gonna be any seats left, because I didn't want lawn seats, because my personal opinion, I don't like the lawn because you can barely see the stage. Yes, they have monitors to where you could see, but I don't like that, because then you're just sitting there watching on a screen, and you didn't sit there to watch it on a screen. You went there to go see a live performance and have a good time and be able to see them. So I don't like the lawn seats personally, but I have had to sit in them like at least 3 times. So you have to do what you have to do if you want to go see your favorite band. But so that's what the original plan was. So then I went into Ticketmaster. I clicked Slipknot. The first tickets to pop up were section 204 and seats 33 and 34. So I was like, oh my God, seats, they're still left. Perfect. So I hit it. I made sure they weren't too much. You know, they were decently priced. I think they were only like 30 something a piece.
Wow.
And
Wow.
For second level.
yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
a pretty lucky deal, honestly. The way we were sitting.
Oh my God. I
That's
was thinking like
awesome.
about $100 for
Yeah, it
for
was like
second level.
113 overall. I think my dad said it
Yeah,
cost.
yeah.
him, like,
You'll get
113.
fees. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Good
it
for
was
you.
pretty crazy. So I called him up immediately and I said, Dad, I got the tickets. I said, it's section 204, seats 33 and 34. And he was like, seats? He was like, I thought you were getting on. And I said, they had seats left. He was like, good eye, son. Good eye. So then the concert comes. So the day of the concert comes and we're all hype. We're getting ready for the concert. We're blasting Slipknot's new album on the TV.
Of course. And this was, and what was the venue?
It was the BB&T Pavilion in Camden, New Jersey.
Right on. So you guys can look up the set list so you can see what Sean was experiencing.
So I don't really know my geography yet. So where are you and where did you have to get to? And which way did you go to get there?
Oh, yeah. So I'm in Northeast Philly, so it only took us maybe, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but it didn't take us that long to get there. It only honestly took us maybe 20-25 minutes to get there.
Oh, yeah. So you're super close.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't that far. It was maybe like an hour at most drive, maybe. So it wasn't that far of a drive. Gotcha. But it was pretty quick because there was surprisingly no traffic on the highway, and on the bridge it was straight through. So we got there kind of quick. So it was pretty interesting to see that, because usually it's like the bridge is all packed and you're sitting there in traffic waiting like 2 hours. And you're like, oh, I'm missing it.
I know, you're freaking.
Right,
I know. It's
right.
like,
yeah, you're like, damn.
What did I miss?
Because I wasn't focused on the first band. I wasn't focused on Behemoth. Because in my personal opinion, I don't like Behemoth. I'm not a fan of them. They're a little I mean, it's crazy to say it, but they're a little too heavy for me.
little too heavy. Little too heavy.
Yeah, and like I don't like the Hail Satan and all that stuff. Like
you do that very well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've actually.
I've done some vocals practicing in like the last couple of years. Since like 2015 I've been practicing, so I've gotten a little better, I guess. I don't judge myself, so I guess I'm okay. But other people have told me that they were like, oh wow, they were like, how long have you been doing that? And I was like, not too long. And they were like, wow, you sound
you're
like you've
a natural.
been doing that for long.
Yeah, and you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird when people come up when people like pick that out about me when I do that kind of stuff.
That's
like,
fun.
wow. I'm just like, oh, maybe I should be in a band. Who knows?
I'm just gonna ask you to stop where you are because the light is perfect, and I'll
right here
somewhere in there. Yeah. Then we can see your face.
Yeah.
So is there anywhere you can sit down because the light keeps shifting as you're shifting?
Yeah, sorry. I've been trying to like walk around to get good lighting because my house is kind of dark.
Okay, well, we'll be able to help you with that.
Yeah.
We knew there was a reason you were walking. We just weren't sure. So
yeah, I walk around because like my house
right
has
there.
Like,
there.
Right there. You good?
Right there.
That's
yeah.
good. That's great. Do you want to take a seat or are you happy to stand?
Oh, I'm happy to stand. That's cool.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right. Good. Because now we can see you.
And then the video won't freeze because when you're walking around on a cell phone, sometimes it'll freeze.
Freezing.
Yeah. It's all good. So wow. So you're driving there, 20-25 minutes. You get there.
Yeah.
Now hold up. Have you gone to a lot of shows with your family?
Oh yeah, like I've gone to, like my dad took me to my very first Slipknot show back in 2012 when they headlined the Mayhem Festival at the BB&T Pavilion. At the time, it was called the Susquehanna Bank Center, but they don't call it that no more.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, you know, at that concert there was like Slayer and Motorhead and Anthrax and you know, Asking Alexandria. It was really, really crazy concert. I'm glad I got to see Lemmy before he passed away because that was the only time I ever saw Motorhead live.
Yeah.
So that was an experience.
Awesome. And what else have you seen with your dad or with your mom or?
My dad, he took me to my very, very, very first concert. He took me to see Ozzy, Rob Zombie, and In This Moment back in 2007.
Wow.
It was pretty cool.
So you're a veteran here
concert.
at 21 years old. You're a total veteran.
Yeah, concerts.
I don't know about veteran, but I've been to a few. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, the bands that you've seen make you a veteran, because a lot of people haven't really been to a metal or rock show.
Ozzy?
Yeah.
Ozzy's an experience.
I've seen him at least 4 times in concert. Ozzy.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad's a big Ozzy fan. Same thing with my mom. Their whole basement is covered in Ozzy memorabilia. You should see it. It's crazy.
Really?
That's so fun.
Metal DNA.
Yeah.
Metal,
there it is,
metal
DNA.
Metal DNA. There you are.
That's why we started that.
It's awesome.
It's in the blood, man.
It's in the blood.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, what made this concert so special for you?
Yeah.
It was okay. So it was special because like I said, I haven't seen Slipknot for since 2012. So, and they're my favorite band of all time. Like, nobody beats Slipknot when it comes to me. Like, nobody does. Like, they're my favorite band of all time. Corey Taylor is my idol and my hero. I've looked up to him since I was a kid. I've learned how to do all my screaming from him. Like, I've watched him do it, and then I've kind of, like, taught myself, like, techniques that he kind of does and to kind of, like, do it, and it kind of helped me. So he's kind of like a hero to me and a man I look up to a lot. So Corey Taylor and Slipknot have been a big part of my life since 2008. But Corey Taylor himself has actually been in my life pretty much my whole childhood, because my mom and my dad, before they listened to Slipknot, they listened to Stone Sour, Corey Taylor's band, which I also love. They're great.
Yes.
So what'd you learn over time? What'd you learn from the things that Slipknot and the guys have done? If you know what I mean. What have you learned? What have you learned? What are the takeaways to give people that may not know Slipknot?
Great question.
Because they go deep with what's
so Slipknot, they tend to obviously go crazy at their concerts and go crazy on their albums, and I always loved when they would change their masks and their costumes, because I was like, oh man, you know, what's the next one gonna be? And I was always focused on Corey's though, since, like, you know, he was my favorite. So I was like, oh yeah, what's Corey's mask gonna be? Is it gonna be creepy? Is it gonna be scary? Is it just gonna be kind of like odd, or is it gonna be like really just plain cool? You know, like you never knew what they were gonna give you. So it was always, that was one of my favorite things to look forward to seeing their new masks, and after they came out with a new album and some new songs, and it was very cool to see that. And I'd never actually seen a band like that before. When I first seen them, I was like, man, wearing masks, and I was just like, you know, like clowns and like, you know, weird people, like weird looking masks, like what is this? And then I heard it, and then I was like, oh my god, I was like, these guys are nuts, these are great. So I got hooked immediately. They were immediately my favorite band. I couldn't let them go.
What about some of their personal problems that they had away from the music? What have you learned about that they're here in 2019 doing what they do, putting out music like they are, and have gone through what they've gone through? What are some of the lessons that you've learned from them or him?
Okay, so Corey, so with his lyrics, I tend to take personal I'm looking for the right word, but
meaning?
Yeah, there you go. Like a personal meaning to his lyrics, because like some of them, a lot of them I relate to. Like when I hear that, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going through the same thing. Oh, I feel the exact same way, or oh, that's right on the dot. I couldn't have said it any better. And
there you go.
You know, like with some of his new songs on the new album, like for example, his song Nero Forte, a lot of the lyrics in that song, I like, that's the song I've been practicing my vocals on a lot, and it's like, it's very deep. The lyrics are very, very deep in that song, and that has to be one of their deepest songs, I think, on the album.
Wow.
So, and so the lyrics have really, I'm not gonna lie, they have obviously made me cry at times. You know, like when I've had them bad days and you just want to let it all out, and you just you just having it. Obviously, that it can do that too, but also his lyrics can very, very much hype you up and get you ready for the concert and get ready to go see them live, or just get into a good mood and get all hyped and happy and just like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Arr! Yeah, so yeah, the lyrics obviously do play a big part, and Corey Taylor, the stuff he writes about is just it's very, very sad, and it's very, very, very emotional and very deep that, you know, he would even be willing to share that kind of information with the public and with with like, any kind of people that want to listen to the album, like the producers and anybody who reads it or listens to it. It's really, really eye-opening to see that, singers and stuff like that, like him, could do that.
Yeah,
where they get to life with their lyrics.
Yeah, where they get their motivation from, you don't know exactly where, but you know that they've been to places and they've really had their struggles. And it's like, you don't know exactly the day and the time that those lyrics came in, but wow, thank you for sharing it. You've been to, I don't know who that's about, but whoever it's about, wow.
And there's
I mean, I've had like a lot of the research on the new album, and I'm pretty sure the new album, from what I've heard, is a lot about his ex-wife, who he just got recently divorced from. Apparently put him through a lot of trauma. So a lot of the lyrics that you hear in the songs, and you're like, wow, it's mostly about, what his ex put him through and all that stuff, and what a lot of his depression and pain that's been living in here all these years. Yeah.
Well, there's a certain aspect, as we've talked many times between the two of us and with the people watching, that there's some fearlessness going on with these bands. They are not afraid to discuss things that we don't want to talk about, things that we don't want to hear about. They're not afraid to open themselves up and put it right in your face and say, yeah, this is what's going on. This is the way it is. Because I think they take being human to a completely different level. So
I agree.
They're trying to make us cry. They're trying to make us get angry. They're trying to provoke us. Because sometimes we, I think, as the general population, kind of need a little bit of a slap on the ass to like wake us up, so that you're listening to the song and you're like, oh my God, he's reading my mind.
Yeah.
This is totally exactly what's happening to me right now, and I need to listen to exactly what he's saying.
Pay attention to what he's saying.
And you listen harder, and then it makes an impact on you. And good for all of them, the millions of people there.
Yeah, of course.
Doing their thing for all of us, that we're the recipients of their passion and their hard work.
Yeah. So what was the show? Give us kind of like the rundown of the show.
Wow. So when we first got there, obviously Behemoth was still on and it was still going on. And at that point I just told my dad, and it was me, my dad, and we met up with a friend of mine, Day. Shout out to you, Day. I love you, buddy. And to your and with his friend Gordon, who I never met before until that day. So shout out to Gordon. What's up, Gordon?
Hi, Gordon.
And it was very cool. We met up with them, and I was just like, yeah, like what do you want to do first? Do you want to go sit down, or do you want to just walk around? So since Behemoth was on, I told them, I was just like, hey, why don't we just walk around for a bit? It's Behemoth. And Day obviously didn't mind, and my dad didn't care as long as I was having a good time. He was like, do whatever you want to do. Let's go. So we walked around, and we kind of went and we saw what was like around, like they had all like the tents and like the the 93.3 WMMR for Philadelphia was there, and rock, I think it was like some kind of metal news kind of tent was set up, and Rockstar, these different kinds of stuff.
That's cool. That's
cool.
When you can take that in, take in the vendors, take in the scene.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It was very, very cool looking around like that. And I was like, oh, this is really cool, because I never really walked around at the BB&T, because we always just went right to our seats or right where we had to go and just stayed there until the concert was done. But right here, we actually had time to explore a little bit.
Cool.
So it was really cool to look around at the venue and see what was going on, and then I took a picture with my dad in front of the Not Fest sign. That was really cool.
Nice.
How that was all set up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so we went up into the lawn area for Behemoth set, and we didn't really pay attention really. Like, no disrespect to Behemoth, but like I said before, I'm not personally a fan of them. And my dad obviously had no clue who Behemoth was. And Day, I'm not really sure how he felt about it, or Gordon. So we were all just kind of having our little. Yeah, everybody.
Right in the comments, Dave.
Yeah, and those of you that do love Behemoth, maybe just share some insight with
the show.
I'm going to speak personally with me to let me know what you love about them. That's all.
How was the show? Set
or if
list?
you were at this show, where were you? What were you doing?
Yeah.
Throw it in the comments.
Sean has ushered in a new era on our channel here, which is kind of a post-concert wrap-up and celebration.
Totally.
Kind of a on location.
I'm proud to bring that on.
You are, man. You are the first.
You're the first.
Break the bottle on the boat, right? Just break the bottle on Sean's head.
Are we getting a boat?
No, we getting a boat.
A big yacht with a helicopter
She's
pad?
got a big wish list. Have you had anybody?
Oh, wow.
Got a big wish list. A spaceship.
It's only so we can take all of you with us.
It's 747. Just a
well,
small
it's actually a
747.
797 is what I really want.
Of course, because the 9's All right, so you walk around and you're taking in the scenes, which is so cool. We did that at Hard Rock, we did that at Sunrise, and we did that down in Florida. Yeah,
and Judas Priest.
Yeah,
we do that as well. We just take it all in.
With the warm-up acts, we watch the acts. We go, okay, well that's good. We get the music, and let's go out for 10 minutes. We come back and they're doing their encores, and then it's like, okay, we got to do everything, and then we go out again, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully we got our merch. When did you get your merch? Did you get any?
My merch, like this shirt in specific, or the newer ones that I was talking
anything,
about? Well, I mean, I've gotten merch throughout the years ever since I first started listening to this one was only like a few years ago. This was like
cool
maybe,
shirt.
I would think like 2 or 3 years ago.
That's awesome.
So it looks brand new.
This one's like one of my favorites to wear because it's my favorite color, red.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like that. I like this one. I like to wear a lot. And then the newer one, I have try not to go too far out of the light.
No, no worries.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's all right.
We can see the Slipknot words, so it's okay. We're just following Slipknot in the white as it walks around the house.
I remember I showed you guys.
You told me about this. Are you going to put it on?
Yeah, put it on.
Sure, I will put it on.
Yeah, put it on.
All right, hold on. Let me set it up really quick.
Now you have to do some vocals. Are you warmed up?
Yeah, this is actually the drummer Jay Weinberg's old mask that he had when he first joined, so back in like 2014. So it was very, very cool. I had to pick it up. It was on Amazon. It was only like $30. So nice. My dad was like, "Well, I'll get it for your birthday for you," and I was like, "Great."
Did you wear it?
So yeah, that's very cool. And I also got you guys will immediately know who this is once I show you the mask. Give me a second. This one.
Right.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay, you gotta put it on.
This one, it's kind of broken, but I'll do my best.
I think we might need these masks for the photo booth, Rich.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
Oh, that looks great. You can't even tell that it's broken.
Wow.
No, I mean right in the front area it's not, but on like the strap it's got like it's all like loose.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's really old. I actually was this guy for Halloween. That's why I actually have this mask, because I was actually him for Halloween back years ago, like from when I was little. And I actually had like the whole jumpsuit. Like it was actually like a Michael Myers jumpsuit, but I wore that. I had a black wig for the long hair, and I wore the mask. It was awesome.
That's so cool. Okay, we have to add to the, we have a photo booth, a portable photo booth that we take with us when we go places. And then we have like mad photo booth parties.
Yeah.
We're going to have to add some masks and Slipknot
we'll do some
stuff.
Slipknot gear.
Yeah,
oh my God, we should totally do a total metal,
a metal theme? Yeah.
A metal theme box.
Metal, absolutely.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, now look how you're inspiring change.
See that? That's how it happens.
Oh man, I don't know.
Organic.
And then when people come to visit us to react with us, we'll have a photo party. And we'll dress up as all the characters.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Sounds like fun.
All right. All right, Kel.
Okay.
The answer is
yes.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. You've inspired change on the channel again.
Awesome.
So no new merch at the event, but
unfortunately no new merch at the event. But I did like I said, my mom did get me the new "We Are Not Your Kind" t-shirt for my birthday, and she also got me this really cool hoodie from Hot Topic. I know it's like the typical emo store to get it at, but here, let me show it to you guys really quick.
emo
I'm
wear.
not trying to.
Emo wear? What's emo wear?
Emo wear. It's kind of like. It's kind of hard to explain. It's another word to use for like.
It used to be like goth.
Like a rocker, like goth. It's like another kind of thing, like for
Just
goth.
emotional, emo, emotional.
Then we should keep me away from this store. Is what we're saying, right?
So that is the hoodie. I don't know if you can see that.
Absolutely.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It's a good one. Yeah.
So that is the hoodie my mom got me, and it's very,
Nice.
very warm.
Thanks, Mom.
It's very, very fuzzy.
It's
Yes,
Philly,
thank
yeah,
you, Mom. I
you
love
need
you,
that.
Mom. I miss you.
Hi, Mom. You're
Hi,
loved
Mom.
and missed.
Yeah. So yeah. So it was cool. So we walked around for a bit, and then Gojira was set to come on, and I've never seen Gojira
Wow.
live. I've never really listened to them either. But I thought, let me get these guys a shot, because these guys look pretty legit. They look good. So we go, we sit down, we sit in our seats for the first time. I'm like, wow, we look at the view. We're like that, not that far from the stage. I'm like, oh, perfect. Nobody's standing up in front of us. We got perfect view. Oh,
Nice.
It's going to be great. So, Gojira slowly is, the weight is coming, and then you hear like the drums and you hear everything. You're like, all right, here they go. So they get started, and the first song they play, oh, it was epic. I was like, wow. I was like, these guys are great. I was like, when did these guys come out?
Yeah.
Apparently they've been around since the 90s.
2000 and
Yeah.
They really hit it big. 2006, 2007.
Yeah, that's what
and
I
then,
think.
And
that's
then
what I heard.
they
And
just
that,
took off from there. Yeah.
We saw them in
Yeah.
Pasadena with Metallica in 2017, and I hadn't heard them, or even Rich said on the plane, oh yeah, and we're going to listen to Gojira. I was like, oh, that's great, whoever they are. And I fell in love with them the minute he opened his mouth.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
Yeah. So
it was a very cool experience, and I didn't expect them for me to like them. Honestly, I thought they were going to be like one of those metal bands, like, yeah, they're all right. Yeah, I might give them a listen, and then you never do. So that's what I thought was going to happen with Gojira. But I was like,
hugely influential to so many bands. They have a sound. They have it's very, very
That's
special
really great.
what they do. So glad you did that.
Fun fact is actually Clown from Slipknot's son Simon is actually really, really, really close with. Well, he's not close, but he's like very good friends with the drummer of Gojira. Like along like the Knot Fest Roadshow tour, they got kind of close, and like I would see posts up on Instagram of Simon like always filming them whenever they were performing and backstage and stuff. So I think he became really close with the drummer from Gojira, and it was cool to see that.
So is Rob Trujillo's. He's the bass player from Metallica. His son was at the show that we were at, and you could see him just basically right behind
on stage.
Yeah, right
watching.
there. Yeah, just like right there.
And
I was like, oh, it's Rob.
And Disturbed showed up.
And
they were off to the side.
Disturbed showed up too.
And
no way.
Yeah.
We were at the front.
We
made our way to the front, and we waved to Dave, and he pointed, and he waved at us. I'm like, oh my god, it's Dave!
And the crowd starts to erupt, and he kind of hides because Gojira's on, and they're it was Avenged Sevenfold.
It was Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold was on. So
wow, they're very good. I love Avenged.
Oh yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, concerts are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Gojira and Slipknot, they're gonna attract
what a great lineup.
A lot of people, a lot of places. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so Gojira did a great job. They had a great performance, and I nudged my dad. I said, "Yo, what do you think?" He was like, "Nah."
Oh, really?
I don't really care about them. I want to see Slipknot. And I was just like, all right. Well, they're not gonna be coming for another band. I was like, you gotta wait for Volbeat to get over. Your dad's
saying, are they here yet? Are they here
yet? Your dad's gonna watch this. Your dad's gonna watch this. He's like, I don't sound like that.
I don't sound like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm probably gonna get a little bit of a lip for it too. So sorry, Dad.
It's okay, Dad. He outed you. It's all right.
It's all right, Dad.
My bad.
Hey.
Welcome to the channel, Dad.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So Gojira was great. And then a lot of people did not know how much I love Volbeat, but Volbeat, oh my god, they were unbelievable. I could not stop jumping up and down and singing along as much as I tried to with his lyrics, but his voice is so unique.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Like the Elvis thing going on.
So many people, you gotta listen to Volbeat. Yes, they're not that kind of. There might not be any typical kind of metal band, but they're great. You gotta listen to them. They're unique. And everybody who I've kind of told about Volbeat have been like, oh yeah, they're not bad. Oh, okay, I'll give them a shot. So I've been like, say, go ahead, yeah. So yeah, Volbeat was very good. They played a song I didn't even expect them to play that I absolutely love, and I was going bonkers when it came on. I was singing all the words to it. My dad looked over at me, and he just smiled, and he was just like, man, this is what it's all about, man. He was just like, I'm so glad to see you're having a good time, because he didn't expect I liked Volbeat that much either. He thought I was just there for Slipknot. So.
Right. Do you remember what song? Remember what song they played? Was it theirs or a cover?
Oh, it was theirs. It was called Cheapside Sloggers. It's one of my top favorite songs from Volbeat. And then they played like two other songs that I really like. Still Counting, which is a very good one.
Still Counting, yeah.
I do.
That one's a very good one.
Yeah.
They're great.
And then the other one was Pelvis on Fire.
Pelvis on Fire, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So much talent.
Yeah. Now they played their new stuff because they have a new album, right?
Yeah, that's what they mostly played. They mostly played all their new stuff. I think they played a few of their new songs, but I don't really know much of their new stuff. I think Pelvis on Fire is like maybe like the closest new one I know. Yeah. And then all their other newer stuff I haven't really heard much of yet, so I have to get on that.
But it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. They did like a song in tribute to Johnny Cash, which was really cool because the singer really likes Johnny Cash.
Oh yeah.
One of his, I think, inspirators growing up, as far as I think he said when we were there.
Inspiration.
So that was very, very cool. And and it was just a great performance by Volbeat as well. And like I said, I liked it more than Gojira and more than Behemoth because I knew more about them, and I kind of just it's hard to explain, but it was just fantastic. I loved it, and then I was just like, yes, that's the performance I was hoping for from Volbeat. I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be all slower songs or whatever, but they
bring it. Yeah, they bring it.
Oh yeah, they bring it definitely big time. They did.
That's so cool.
So, they played on the Gigan tour with Megadeth, Lacuna Coil, Motorhead was the headliner. Well, Motorhead right before Megadeth. So it was Lacuna Coil, Volbeat, Motorhead, and Megadeth. And that was my that was 2013, 2014. Yeah, Gigan tour.
You just said something really interesting though. You said, excuse me, that they just gave you the performance you were hoping for. And I think that's what we all want. So it's really cool that you voiced that, because I've always thought that, but I've never actually put it to words.
Said it. Yeah.
No, because that's why we go. We want to see our heroes in action.
Yeah. And we want to be blown away and surprised.
So when Volbeat was done performing, like we went and we met up with Day and Gordon again, and we were like getting ready to prepare for Slipknot. We were like, all right. They were like, you getting ready, you getting pumped up, like me and Day were like Day just like had that look and looked at me, and he was like, dude. And I was like, what? He's like, Slipknot's about to come on, man. Ready for this, dude? I'm like, of course, man. I've been waiting for like 8 years for this. This is awesome. I'm so happy to be back. So we hung out. We talked about like, what we think is going to happen and what songs they're going to play. But knowing me with my phone and my technology, I looked up their set list. So I wanted to know what songs were being played, because I said, you know what?
You're funny.
Even though I would love to be surprised and be like, oh yeah, awesome, this song, I love it. I was like, I couldn't help it. I had to look up the set list.
And sometimes they change. Sometimes they'll insert a different album, or same album, different song, same rotation.
Oh yeah.
So as long as you have the structure, you're kind of, and then they do something else, and you're like, oh my God, that's even better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was
the same?
kind of a cheat.
Was it the same? Was it the same?
Oh yeah, everything was the same.
So they did.
It was pretty cool. I was pretty upset they didn't play two specific songs, and I was kind of upset that they didn't get to play any of their other newer stuff on the album, because they really only played All Out Life, Unsainted, and Soul Firth were the only new songs that they played. All the other songs were all classic Slipknot, or all classic Slipknot songs that everybody knew. So I was kind of disappointed in that, but I understood because it just came out, and I don't think they're ready to play the new stuff live yet.
Exactly. They have to practice that stuff.
The last show that we went to for Metallica, we waited months and months. I think we waited 11 months. We bought our tickets in advance for.
It was about 8 months.
They were 8 months, and they were practicing and showing their practicing of Spit Out the Bone. And every concert they'd be practicing, and they'd post their practice jams. And we were the concert before they played it. We were hoping they would be ready, but they weren't ready. And so we appreciate that, you understand that if they aren't ready to put it on the stage, it shouldn't be on the stage.
No, definitely not.
They need to practice. They need to practice.
So, yeah, of course.
So what did they open with? Do you remember?
So, of course, when we went to go sit back down, I looked to my dad and I say, I already know what song they're going to play first. And he was like, oh, what is it, Sick? And I said, no, People Equal Shit that they're going to play first. Sick is second. They switched it up because usually it was the opposite. They would play Sick first and then People Equal Shit, but they kind of switched it up. So, of course, you see the Slipknot flag all hanging up, and it's all lit up. And it starts to slowly get darker, minute by minute. You can see the lights slowly dim every once in a while. And I'm like, man, it's almost completely dark in here. I was like, oh, man. I was like, it's almost time. And then you hear the, and then you hear, like, the intro sound that they have to their self-titled album, which is for fun fact. For people who really don't know about that intro audio, is that is actually their DJ, Sid, on the audio screaming like that. Like, if you guys know what I'm talking about, the intro where you just hear all, like, the screaming and, like, the weird guitar in the background.
We don't.
Well, that was actually Sid screaming in the booth because
Live.
He had just lost his grandfather and didn't get to see him before he passed. So he was just one day away from going back to go see him, and he unfortunately passed away.
Sometimes that happens.
Say goodbye.
Yeah.
So that was, him screaming in the booth, and he just went into the booth and said, guys, turn it on. And he just let out all that anger and all the screaming and crying, and they put that on the intro as their intro for their concerts and their self-titled album. So it worked out. As much as it's kind of sad, but it worked out for them and made a pretty good, creepy, sick intro. So you hear that come up, and then you hear you hear the Jay on the drums, and then of course the curtain drops, and there they are.
Boom.
And then they go absolutely. Oh man, they went hard as ever, and Corey looked great. And once he said, get your fucking hands in the air, Philly! And I was like, let's go! And I was just jumping up and down and screaming from the top of my lungs the entire time. My dad was literally looking at me. He goes, I didn't know you can sound like that. I said, yeah. I said, well, I've been practicing. So
nice.
And he was like, oh my God. He was like, he was really pumped.
So anybody on the channel who wants to give Sean a job,
yeah, right.
let him know, or let us know. We'll let him.
Yeah. I mean,
put it in the comments.
I got a few friends that play instruments and stuff, but they're they have other things that they have to do and stuff in their lifetime. So I don't think a band is really on their mind.
Not yet. Not yet.
But hey, maybe one day. You never know. I was a big learning how to drum guy. I really wanted to be a drummer, but it looks like I might just be looking towards vocals now. Because I think drums might be a little too difficult for me with the double bass and all that stuff. Because I don't think my little legs can handle that. My legs are tiny. I can't move that fast.
All right, at least you know.
Yeah.
Funny.
So the concert when it started, it immediately was going great, and they played every good one, like pretty much all their good hits. They played, Sick, People Equal Shit, Duality,
Snuff,
Vermilion. They didn't surprisingly. They don't play Snuff live because that's usually just Corey's when he's out solo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He just does an acoustic version by himself, and he'll usually just play it. But yeah, they don't usually play that live because it's too slow.
Right.
So they mostly look for more of their heavier stuff. So yeah, like they played all the great hits. Before I forget, Spit It Out, of course, was the big one that I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Because of course, as everybody knows, that's when Corey tells you to get down on the fucking ground, and you get down on the ground.
Yeah, sticky and all.
And you just wait, and it's just the intensity builds up, and it builds up, and then finally he hears, "Jump the fuck up," and you just jump up, and you just go nuts, and you go crazy. And then, of course, they end with that, and then they come out, and then they do their encore, their second encore, Surfacing, which is a great song, which they call their national anthem. And it was just, the whole concert was just unreal. It went by, it seems like it went by so fast. Like when Slipknot came on and when they ended, I was like, that's it? I was like, they're over already? I said, man. I was like, their songs went by pretty quick.
Do you know how many songs they played? They played 10 songs?
They played, I think, about 10, I think.
Yeah, with 4 bands, right? 4 bands, you said?
Yeah.
Behemoth, Gojira, Volbeat.
Yeah, so I think each band got like a half-hour set, except for Volbeat and Slipknot. They were like the only 2-hour sets. Yeah. But yeah, cool, it was great. And after the concert is when everything is when I literally called this one of the best days of my life. So we go out and we're done, and you know, we gather up with Day and Gordon, and we tell them like, yo, how'd you guys enjoy the show? Did you love it? And Gordon and Day were in the mosh pit up on the lawn every song, apparently, is what they said. They only stepped out about 1 or 2 songs because, you know, I think they had like to take a break or whatever, but they said that they were moshing pretty much every song. And I was like, wow, I was like, you guys were really in the mosh pit? I was like, man, these guys, I don't know.
That's one thing you don't get in your seats is the mosh pit.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off, right? It's like, okay.
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm kind of wasn't in the lawn area, because I probably would have got stampede if I was in a mosh pit. I'd probably get crushed.
Yeah, you bounced around. Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. So then we group up. Where was I? Yeah, we group up, and we go outside, and we go out into the exit area, and we start to look around, and we kind of like try to look for a place to go sit, because we have to try to find out when our ride's gonna be here to pick us up. So we go and we start walking around the venue. Like, we start walking around it, like going in circles. And we turn around to this one side of the venue, and there's these gates, these big, big black gates. Now, I didn't know what that was. I thought that was just a way for people to, that was where all like the production trucks and stuff were. But apparently that's where the tour buses stay. Yep. And I didn't know that, because I don't really do that when I go to the concerts. I don't wander around, because that was like really the first time we've ever done that. So it was kind of interesting to see that. And I seen all the buses, and I was like, wow. I was like, I wonder what all the buses are for.
A lot of tour groups here. Nope.
Yeah.
That's
so I was like, wow, look at all them buses. And then
that's the band.
And then I look over, and I see a couple people with Slipknot memorabilia in their hand, and they're waiting, and they're just sitting there, and they're looking, and they're kind of, I'm like, what are they doing? So I asked one of the guys, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm like, well, what are they all doing? What are you guys waiting here for? And they're like, oh yeah, this is where like the bands, they come out and they say what's up to you really quick for a few minutes, and then they go back in. And I'm like, you're joking, right? And he was like, no. He was like, seriously. He was like, this is where they do it. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, and I wanted to say, like, we should stay and wait. But they were in a rush to kind of get out of there because it was crowded. So unfortunately, no, I didn't get left behind. My dad and my aunt was only like a little bit ahead of me while I was doing this, and Day and Gordon were like way down. They walked way ahead of us. So I was like looking at my dad and where he was, and I was talking to the guy, and I was like, oh! It's like, dang it! I was like, you know what? So I walked away. So I kept walking, and then I see this face. And I recognize this face, and I go, oh my God, that's Clown's son, Simon. Oh my God. So I run up to him, and I'm like, hey man, I'm like, I'm like, Simon. And he turns around, he's like, oh, hey, what's up, man? So I shake his hand, I'm like, dude, a pleasure to meet you. I said, my name's Sean. I said, I love your dad. They're gods of all nature. I was like, I love them. They're my favorite band of all time. I said, dude, I follow you and Corey's son, Griffin, on Instagram. And I was like, dude, you guys are awesome. And I was just like, I can't wait for your band to get lifted off and for us to finally hear it, because Corey's son and Clown's son are both in the band together.
Oh, wow.
Clown's son's the drummer and Corey's son is the singer, and then they got two of their other buddies as like the bassist and the guitarist.
Cool.
So they got basically like a Slipknot #2 type thing coming, and I cannot wait for that because I want to hear what Corey's son sounds like on screaming and stuff like that. And I've already heard Simon on drums. All you got to do is go on YouTube and look him up. He's phenomenal on the drums. He's just like his dad. Wow. He plays great.
How old are they now? Are they in their teens?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Simon and Griffin got it at least both be like 15, 16, maybe 17.
Okay.
Wow.
Something around that line.
Oh, so
maybe a little older.
They're probably pretty good. They've had several years, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
Learning from the best.
Who their dads are. So, they're
You were
the big
supposed to see him. You were supposed to meet him. Now you weren't supposed to meet the rest of the band.
So then what happened?
Yeah, so I talked to him and I told him, I said how much the band meant to me. And I said, dude, it's absolutely crazy that I ran into you. I was like, thank you so much for stopping and saying hi. And he just shook my hand and said, hey, man. He's like, absolutely no problem. Rock on. And I was just like, all right, dude, I don't want to hold you up anymore. I was like, this is a really big crowd out here. I was like, so I'll let you go. And he was just like, thank you so much. And he left. And then from that moment on, I was freaking out in my head. I was like, oh my God, I just met Simon Cran. What the hell? This can't happen to me. I don't meet famous people. What's happening? So it was very, very crazy. Hold on, let's get some more light. There we go. Perfect. So it was very, 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 very crazy to see him and to actually run into him. And I was like, how could this night get any better? So later that night, we're still walking around a little bit, a couple minutes later, and we do our second lap. And as we're doing our second lap around, we go back to the gate area. So we walk by that area again. And I kid you not, my heart dropped. Jay Weinberg, the drummer for Slipknot, was literally 5 feet in front of me talking to fans. And I was like, I was like nudging my dad as we're walking. I'm like, Dad, that's Jay Weinberg. That's Jay Weinberg. And he's like, who? I'm like, the drummer for Slipknot. And he's like, oh, say hi. And I'm like, I'm too nervous. So he's just like, dude, he's like, you never know when you're going to get a chance like this again. And I was just like, I wanted to so bad, but my nerves were like this, like my hands were shaking and I was like, so I didn't do it. And I kept walking, but when I turned back, I was like, love you, Jay. And I don't know if he heard me, but I hope he did. But that's all I did. That's pretty much all I did. And I was just like, love you, Jay. And then kept walking. And then I was in shock.
You had enough. Your nerves were shot.
Starstruck.
Yeah, because
twice in 20 minutes. Like
I don't meet famous people like that. So I'm freaking out. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, next thing I know, Corey Taylor could walk out in front of me and I'll pass out. I'll be like, oh.
And that was the last we saw of Sean.
I'll just faint. I'll faint, man. Like, like I said, he's my hero. So I'd faint. But that was pretty much the highlight of the night. I think meeting Simon and seeing Jay and seeing Jay a couple of feet in front of me had to have been pretty much the highlight of the Slipknot concert.
Wow.
Very cool.
What a great story. So now I got to ask you, since we're talking about this, next time you go there and next time you have an opportunity and next time they're in front of you, what are you going to do differently next time?
Oh, I'm going up to them and I am saying what's up. I'm trying to get an autograph, a picture, a video, anything. I'm doing the best I can.
A singing audition.
Yes, and an audition.
Let's think big here. Spaceships, yachts, 747s. Come on, work with me, Sean. Think big.
Yeah, pretty much just everything. Yeah, I'm gonna do everything in my power to actually go up and say hi to them the next time they come. But this time it was a little nerve-wracking for me.
It is.
It's okay. It's your first time.
It is. When someone famous I lived in New York, so I was riding the subway a lot, and famous people would come on the subway, and it would just, they're going to work. You don't want to bother them, but you're like, that's
that person.
Oh. There's Jerry Seinfeld. There's Spike Lee. All the people that lived in New York when I was there, and I would see them and go to the David Letterman and Montel Williams, and all these people were kind of just around. And the first time, you can't breathe. It's like, I watch you all the time.
That's
I
awesome.
love you.
What a great
Yeah, exactly.
day.
Like,
sign my eye.
Yo, pretty much. That's how you get.
All right,
Oh.
that's awesome. So getting home was I can imagine what the conversation was in the car, or were you just?
Oh, we were blasting pretty much. We didn't really blast music at first. Like I wanted to, because I wanted to just let out my excitement with the music. Let out my energy that was left over in me. But they didn't really I don't think they put music on in the car, but we talked a lot about it. And I was just like, dude, and I was telling our other friend who picked us up, who couldn't go, and I was telling him everything that happened, and our buddy Tyler. Shout out to Tyler, who actually picked us up and took us to the venue. Sorry you couldn't go with us, bud. We missed you at the concert, but thank you for the ride nonetheless.
Thanks, Tyler. Good job.
But yeah, it was great. We were telling him everything, and we were just having a great night. I mean, it took us a little while to get home because it took Tyler a little while to pick us up, but nonetheless it was just it was so great. Such a great night. And I can tell you one thing, I passed out the second I got home. I crashed on my couch.
Did you make it on the bed?
I was out within like 5 seconds. I was dead.
How long did you sleep?
My voice was gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you have a voice? Yeah.
Nope,
and how long did you sleep for?
Hi guys. Couldn't talk.
Yeah. So you what day was the concert? Was it a Friday? Saturday?
It was I think it was a Saturday. It was August 31st.
So it's still in the summer, so yeah. So you slept in the next day, and
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And my mom, of course, was, my sister wasn't, but my mom was kind of jealous and really kind of like upset that she couldn't go, because she was really hoping to go, because she was originally supposed to, but then couldn't get then there was some money issues, and she couldn't money for
things
it.
happen.
So she kind of got upset about it, and was just like, oh man, you guys are so lucky, damn it, because she has a big crush on Corey Taylor, and she's always just like, oh, he's so beautiful. I'm like, Mom, calm it. I'm like, I know it, he's a beautiful man, but he's married. Well, not married, but he's taken.
he's busy.
Wow, sounds like a great adventure.
Yeah,
it was a very great night. It was a night that I thought that was going to be full of what's the word? Drama? Maybe not drama, but like nerve-wracking, kind of like it was okay, but it was mostly like my nerves were up. Like I thought that was kind of how it was going to be, because that's how one of my last concerts were. Like I was trying to enjoy it as much as I could, but for some odd reason my nerves were so shot from being so excited. I kind of was just like dull the whole concert just doing that, and I really didn't have that great of a time, so it kind of blew.
Right.
But I was kind of worried that was going to happen for Slipknot, and I was like, nah, I can't do that for this concert. I can't. But it went perfect. It was great.
It's great.
What a great field report. Thank you so much.
Yeah, when Kel was telling me
my pleasure.
When Kel was telling me what was going on with you, you just really wanted to talk about Slipknot and come on with us. It's like, okay, sure, let's do it. That was like at what time?
Well, I told you when Sean and I planned this before he went to the concert, he and I were just discussing, and I said, well, you should give us a field report, because we aren't going to get to go. And everybody would want to know.
I remember that now.
And it's fun to see somebody so passionate and just having such a good time. And you're such a great storyteller.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're very animated, and you're funny as hell.
Yeah, you are.
So, I
appreciate that. And yeah, I get that sometimes from my friends. My friends think I'm pretty funny. So it's good. Thank you for saying that. Honestly, it means a lot. It's great to see I can make people smile as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
100%. You're going to see the comments in the comment section here.
Yeah.
Just have a good time with it. Just have a good time with it.
I'm gonna be like this the whole time, like, oh man, these people are so nice. Like, I'm not gonna be ready for it. Like, but honestly, really quick before we go, I just want to say once again, thank you so much for having me on. You guys are awesome.
You're welcome.
Like I said, I watch your reactions all the time, and it's great. It's great to see that you can do these things with your fans and connect with them and just do these kinds of things. It's great. And shout out to all the other reactors too, as well.
You can name them.
You can name them.
Just name them.
Vin and Sori, D Gibby, Half-Life Sister. I know she's your guys' friends too, and her husband. Who else? Chemical Reactions, Unfiltered Reactions, No Life Shack. A lot of.
Keep going.
I watch a lot of reactors, so shout out to all you guys. I love you. And Sori know who I am. I've talked to them a few times, so shout out to them. I love them.
Great.
Excellent. And it's just awesome. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure. So stay on when we're gonna stop the recording. Just stay on, so it's not just a harsh ending here. But so everybody out there, we're gonna start doing this. So if you have a concert to go to, let us know. We'll have this a couple times a month. We can't obviously do this every day, but Sean just showed you how to do it. It adds to the experience. So you're gonna bring everybody with you before you even go. How cool is that?
Yeah,
so let us know. That's right, and tell us after. And it's a beautiful thing. We're sharing music together. We're sharing a very human experience, and it doesn't get better than what Sean just explained.
So Sean, let's put you back in the light so we can see your face.
Yeah, let's get you back in the light, man. Come back to the light, Sean.
Don't
go to
the dark. 1 second.
Don't go to the dark place.
To the light.
There we go.
And
I had to put my phone on my charger. My phone was low.
There you are.
Well, you're just doing Jim.
All right, there we go.
I just do. You shall be saved.
Repent, and thou shalt be saved.
Do you know what that's from?
I don't think so.
That is Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura 2.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's why. 'Cause I don't really know the second one as well.
Oh my God, it's so funny. I
love the second one too, but the first one I know more about.
Oh yeah.
He cracks me up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He does. He's a great actor.
That's another day.
Another day. Oh my God.
Some Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah.
All right, my man. Well, we're in the same time zone. Looks like we hit this just perfect timing for us. The light's going down. We're gonna do a couple of reactions tonight.
And my phone is on 2%. Oh,
okay.
Great.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, we're gonna call it here, but Sean, stay on the line.
Yeah.
All of you will be coming right back at you sooner rather than later.
All right. Later, everyone. Of course.
Bye.
And knuckle bang for you, my man.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Hang on,
guys.
See y'all later.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye everybody.